Hey guys, I'm Keychain. Today I want to talk about something that most people don't think about, and it is that our game is slowly dying. The reason for that is because new blood coming in is not enough to replace the veteran players that are getting burnt out and retiring from the game. It takes too long. It takes way too long to level up to 85 and become relevant. I started leveling in alt and I've seen quite a few issues, and I love this game, and I would not, if it wasn't for this YouTube channel and the reason that I'm doing that all, I would not have finished it. I would have quit. It's so daunting at this point to try and start an alt. Brings me to my first, one of my first points here is the amount of legendary characters in the game and how long it takes to unlock these characters, especially as a free-to-play or a light spender. You're looking at farming non-stop to get all these legendary characters for over a year. And most players, they just getting into the game, the first time playing the game, they're going to quickly realize that this is not for them. One suggestion I have, and this is something I think that would make this less daunting and actually make some new players, is run some type of character boost event. Hey, come check out Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. We're going to start you with a level 50 account, and you're going to start with 15 5-star characters. Not all the way to 7-star. That's too much. But giving these new players coming in 5-star characters, so they have to farm a little bit, still learn that things need to be farmed, but it gives them a huge head start on some of these legendary events. And my suggestion would be giving them 5-star Phoenix team, and the team for CLS, giving them 5-star characters for that. And then, what's the next oldest or the easiest to get? You could do maybe some of the characters for Jedi Ray, or, to get them an R2-D2, you need to give them Empire. So maybe give them Phoenix and Empire and the other characters for CLS, so that coming in, their farming time is cut drastically, and they can get these characters leveled up and get Commander Luke and get Palpatine and get Thrawn and have some starting teams so that they're actually valuable to the guilds. Any of the higher level guilds have seen, and you'll know what I'm talking about, is recruiting is getting so much harder because the amount of players that can play at the level where the guilds are at is drying out, and new players coming in, we're either investing in newer players who have 1 mil, 1.2 mil GP, and they've been playing for 8-9 months or a year, and they're not where we need them to be, but we're forced to make exceptions, or they just have to find lower level guilds that aren't as good, and they get burnt out, or they end up with, they're serious players and they get their 600 every day and they can't find a guild that will take them seriously because of their GP and the amount of characters they have. I really think that could fix that. Another huge thing leveling up is that some of the events, some of them are achievable, but most of them at this point, even though you unlock them at 75 and 85 and there starts to be stuff to do, you can't even do the first tier of them. Or even know that you needed to have these characters for certain events. And I can see that being frustrating. The other thing is Galactic War is so terrible when you're leveling up. Everyone playing on their late game characters, they probably forgot how terrible it was and how ridiculous it was. But it's really disheartening. Like, it's so frustrating. The one thing that you can do each day, Galactic War, the one thing that you can do and complete to get some decent rewards and some money and stuff like that, to end up seeing a Zeta Bastilla team at, I don't know, your round 9 and you've got Phoenix or you've got First Order, and there's no way in hell that you're going to be able to clear this team. And even if you take off some of their bonus protection and you kill one off, when they load back in, they regain all of their bonus protection. It's terrible. And it's frustrating. And new players, even on my alt, a couple days in a row, I had really tough teams, and it wasn't fun. It was past the point where it's challenging and it was fun. It was just bad coding, and they gave Galactic War opponents based on who knows what, and it was impossible, and it was infuriating. It wasn't cool or fun or challenging. It was just made me not want to continue. So there's an issue. Last thing I want to bring up, the hoarding accounts. And I don't know if you guys haven't started an alt or ever started an alt, or if you're new characters, there are Discords set up and Reddit set up that keep track of when new shards start. And these people make accounts that hoard free energy and collect the free stuff sitting at level 26, 27 for months. So then they roll over into a new shard and level up to 40, 50, 60 on the first day. And if you're a regular player and you don't know what's going on, you're going to think something is up. Like, how are these people getting so far ahead? How am I so far behind? And you can't compete. You start off playing the game, learning it, and you can't compete because there's people making alts and starting over and gaining such a huge advantage that you can never overcome it. And the fix for that, an easy fix, is, and it won't affect 90% of the population, it'll also help with how long it takes to level, is you attach a small amount of experience to things like the free packs that you collect every day, the 5 free packs, the bronze packs. Add 5 experience to them. Or when you collect the free energy for Cantina and Energy, add 5 experience to it. Things that are really small, but they will prevent these hoarding accounts from gaining a huge advantage and discouraging new players. And it's a little tiny bit of experience that will help with the level grind for people who are starting. My alt account is here, and I started this account on like December 12th of 2018. So we're almost 4 full months in, and I'm about to hit the level 85. And this account, because I knew what I was doing, has been number 1 in fleet always, and I've been able to spend, as a free-to-play, 600 crystals a day being 150 in mod energy, 150 in regular energy, and 300 in Cantina every day since Fleet started. And that's a lot of energy and a lot of experience, and it still has taken 4 months. It takes forever. It takes so long to... It's heroic. It gets so long, takes so long to get set up. It's like there's not enough to do. There's not enough fun stuff to keep me entertained. The only reason that I'm still going is because I know it gets fun later on. If I was a new player, I'd be like, this game's boring. It's boring. It takes too long. Everything takes too long. And there's no way around that other than getting the players to 85 faster and giving them tools to actually be able to achieve something. So that's really it. That's the only other thing that I've got. But I really think that CG needs to take a look at this. I hope I can get this video some attention and show that they need to look at improving things for new players coming in if they don't want the game to die. Stop trying to make so much money out of your 1% and your top end players and focus on getting in some new blood. There's new Star Wars shows coming out. There's new Star Wars movies coming out. Clone Wars is getting renewed. There's lots of Star Wars out there. The new Star Wars Disney theme park, world, whatever, I don't even know where it's actually based. That's, being built. There's lots of attention on Star Wars, and you need to try and redirect some of that towards Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes and focus on getting new players in. And at this point in the game, where we're at, having players start at level 1 and farm everything, it's not going to cut it anymore. The game is going to start to dry up. So you've got to find a way to get new players in and give them a boost to get them started and get them relevant and get them having some actual fun in the game so that they want to stay and they want to spend a little bit here and there and they want to be relevant. So that's it for this one. Leave me some comments if you have some other things. We can talk about it. And let's try and get this some attention so maybe CG sees it. Or maybe some of the game changers can pick up the idea and make their own video so CG sees it. Just whatever. But hit the like and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time.